Hello and welcome. My name is Lee, and this will be a weekly reading for all air signs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Jupiter for the week of January 25th. So before I get into the actual reading, I would like to discuss just some astrological planetary energy that will be happening during the week of January 25th. So I believe starting out on Monday the 25th, the moon will be in Gemini. So if this is your Sun, Moon, Venus, or Jupiter, Mars, I would look at your chart to see how this energy might be impacting you throughout the week. Since Gemini is an air sign and the Sun is in Aquarius, this might be pretty impactful for you air signs. You might be sort of getting lost in the clouds at the beginning of the week, or be dealing with something around technology, intellect. You might be reading a new book even. It could be something as simple as that, engaging in literature, or it could be you really up in the clouds, conceptualizing new ideas, new projects, just sort of getting lost in your own mind. I think this is a good way to start off the week, considering some of the energy that will be happening in the middle and throughout. Okay, because on the 28th, I believe the Sun will be the Sun will be square Uranus. So this might bring some unexpected changes, a little bit of chaos. You might be reconceptualizing things, ideologies, behaviors, and these changes. Since Uranus, they may have long-term effects. So at this time, I would advise just be willing to go with the flow. Be willing to expand, and be willing to accept new changes, which might be a little bit easier for air signs since you do tend to be a little bit more breezy, I guess. Okay, so also on the 28th, the Sun will be conjunct in Jupiter, which will bring in a little bit more energy of, I believe, abundance, positivity. You may be experiencing new opportunities. I think this is a good time to speak positivity into yourself, your projects, your dreams, your relationships. Just take opportunity of this Sun conjunct Jupiter energy that's coming in on the 28th. Look at your chart where Jupiter and your Sun are, what signs are in, to see what areas you might be able to take stock more of these opportunities, or where to speak positivity into. Okay, so also on the 28th, I believe, well, that's happening on the 28th, on Thursday, so you might need to rest a little bit, but Venus will be conjunct Pluto. So this might be a time to be aware of where you're self-critical, and where you feel uncomfortable in your relationship. So I believe Venus will still be in Capricorn, so this might be the time to look at your long-term projects, such as your relationship with family, self, and lovers. Think about your relationship around work and nature. You might need to give a little bit of attention and self-care to those areas. And be careful of being self-critical. It's time to just love on yourself a little bit, because also on the 28th is the full moon in Leo. And so I think this will be a time to really celebrate. I know it might not feel like it is the time to celebrate, the time to get down to work business, but I do believe that Leo moon is here to give us a little opportunity to dream big and be playful and prepare for the hard work, and to revel in the collective. Okay. So with that said, let's get into the readings. Again, I have already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards, but I will turn them over and interpret them during this reading. Okay, so the first card just represents where you might be at right now or at the start of the week in terms of energy or emotions. Just a card to represent you at the start. Okay, I pulled the Lovers in reverse. I'm sorry if you can't see these. I will try to write the cards I pulled down at the bottom. Okay, so this is Lovers in reverse. Okay. Okay, so for me, this Lovers in reverse is telling me that, again, it might actually be the time to take stock of your relationships. especially with Venus being conjunct with Pluto on Thursday. Time to see where you feel a sense of belonging or not. Do certain relationships feel uncomfortable? Do they feel genuine, authentic? Do they feed you? Are you feeding your relationships and projects? It may be time to reevaluate again how you feel about relationships, especially with Capricorn being in Venus, long-term projects, long-term relationships. Put some light on your family, perhaps. Um, yeah, it's just time to reevaluate how you conceptualize families. Do you consider them to be a burden? Do you consider them to be an area where you receive inspiration and growth? I think it's really time at the beginning of the week to think about that. I know air signs get a bad rap for being disconnected when it comes to deciding relationships, so maybe it's some time to heal around that narrative. Okay. Let's see. So the next question is energy that might be coming in throughout the week. Okay, I pulled Four of Cups. Okay. Let's see. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And, King of Pentacles upright. Sorry, you can't see that again. Okay. So here again, I get stubborn. The word stubborn keeps popping up, and teamwork and stubborn. Okay, so with the Four of Cups, I'm seeing like you might be getting some opportunities, or people might bring in projects to you, or wanting to be, or even maybe perhaps relationships. It can be romantic or platonic. Someone or something is offering you opportunities to work together, I feel like, or to join in something, a partnership of some type of collaboration. And you might be being a little stubborn right now, saying no, or like wanting to make sure you make the right choice, or you're feeling like I'm fine over here, I don't need you, or what your opportunity, what you're bringing to me. But with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I was saying like you're not about teamwork. I keep getting like you're the kid who was really smart in class and did all the homework, and then when put in a group project was let down too many times. So now you're just like, I don't need nobody, I don't need a team. But with the Lovers in reverse, and this Knight of Pentacles is telling me it's time to heal around that. Again, that narrative of people letting you down, of structures letting you down, of you can do it by yourself, you don't need anything, anyone. It's time to join a collective, to initiate a long-term change in something, or a long-term project. Also, the word leader, I don't know. No, it is Aquarius season, and Aquarius are sort of known as like the ones to start or initiate a new change, or a new way of thinking. And I think, that it's time, again, before you become that leader, it's time to heal around your ideas of relationships and of support, because it is going to be time to start to open up a little bit and to be willing to work with others to initiate a long-term positive change, either for yourself or your community or society as a whole. All right, so next, this is areas where you may need to focus. Let's see, I pulled the Page of Wands, fire energy, which makes sense with this being near the full moon in Leo. Okay. Okay, and I pulled Three of Swords, which is definitely air sign energy. Okay, let's see. So I'm getting here that around the full moon, I think you're going to be tapping in, or you should be tapping into Leo fire energy. Maybe being inspired by something, new ideas may be coming in, you may be receiving some messages, so be willing to be open to receiving those, about a project that you need to be starting, or something. The Three of Swords is all about, I think, like self-doubt, really negative feelings around grief, sorrow. Not negative, let me not say that, because grief and sorrow are part of the human experience and emotions, but I keep getting release. So perhaps around the full moon, I believe in energies being 3 days before and 3 days after. maybe in between 3 days before the full moon, do a releasing ceremony or ritual if that's your thing. Particularly around relationships and the collective and working together, so that when the full moon comes around, you're able to appreciate and work with this page of wands fire energy that's coming in that will inspire you to come. I also got the word unity. Okay, unity, collective, time to do some teamwork, okay? And it's time to heal around being let down perhaps, or just not feel like you're belonging. Because with this page of wands, you're going to be inspired to do something, but before, I keep getting before to be able to benefit from that, you're going to have to heal a little bit around relationships. Okay, Judah. Might be a little uncomfortable, but it'll be worth it. Like, you know, you're important and you're going to be a part of something great, I think. Take that or not. It just came out. Sorry. I tend to ramble a little bit. Alright, so next, these cards represent what might be manifesting towards the end of the week. I pulled Death card in reverse. Okay. Alright, and the Hermit. The Hermit in reverse. Sorry, I'm laughing. I just kept getting words stubborn again. I feel like it's time to return from the thinking cave. And you may have been dragging your feet on this a little bit. That's what the Death card in reverse is telling me, that you've been, dragging your feet on doing what you need to do, and healing what you need to heal. But it's time to come back down to earth a little bit and come out of the cave, rejoin society. Make sure, though, you're joining tribes and communities and collectives that feed you, that appreciate you, that there's give and take. But once you do this, knowledge, I feel like, and community and abundance will be on the other side of this transformation, coming back down to earth a little bit, returning to and tending to your relationships with self and others. And that if you take, this full moon energy, time to release and to dream and accept abundance. And I know with COVID, it may be hard to celebrate or be in joy with others, but if you can, maybe a virtual hangout or, social distance celebration with friends and family, those you care about, maybe even yourself, do some meditation, some reflection, and start planning around, new projects, taking in this page of wands energy, that after you do this healing and this joyful play work, that again, there's going to be a transformation on the other side of that. So I'm really excited for you, air signs this week. I'm going to pull one last card. It will be from my affirmation deck, just see if there's any affirmations you guys can utilize during the week of the 24th. Okay, see what air signs. Okay, that flew out. Pulled I am receptive. Again, sorry if you can't see that. I am receptive. Okay, let's see what it says. I am open to new ideas. I'm willing to try different methods, and I consider alternate viewpoints. I welcome intellectual stimulation. I'm receptive. This ain't a card for air sign, I don't know what. But I love getting this, especially after, discussing the need to heal around relationships. Perhaps you be open to working with others and receiving new ideas and ways of thinking. Just be in flow throughout the week, again, especially with Uranus entering the sun. Be willing to just go in the flow and receive from others. All right. Well, I hope this was somewhat helpful or entertaining, and I look forward to reading again with you guys next week. Have a wonderful week.